What's going on YouTube? This is Jarrell Flint, author of the book Hold Back, the Consumer's Playbook for Buying a Car. Back with another installment here. We're going to be talking about another pencil, but this is going to be a pencil that includes finance right there, and then lease. Um, you may or may not see something like this, but I thought I'd make just a quick video just to kind of go over it, just so you can kind of see, how it goes. So, Hold Back, the Consumer's Playbook for Buying a Car is available for free right now on the iBook store, on your iPhone and iPad. Go ahead and get that. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel. So basically, this is a new car, 53,855 on the MSRP. The dealership was giving $1,600 off, just over 1,600. Put you at 52,239 and some change. Got your protection pack here. If you're familiar, or if you've watched any of the other videos in the past, this is something that you're not required to buy. This is like paint protection or window tint or anything that the dealership installs on their cars or tries to bundle. It'll be sometimes listed on the pencil. You don't have to get that if you see it. Just tell them, hey, you don't want it. If you do want it, then buy it, or try to negotiate the price. All right, so there's no trade involved on here. So all these line items are the same. It's just a sum of these two. Then you have your dealer fee. Now the tax, the reason the tax looks like this is because you have the lease on there. On a lease, tax is calculated into each payment rather than on a finance or a cash transaction where the tax will be listed in the full amount. But on a lease, because a lease is on here, it just has that initial tax that you pay on the first payment. Because typically when you lease, you pay the whatever the down payment is, you pay the first month's payment and a little bit of tax. That's typically how it goes on a lease. A lease also has an acquisition fee. That's typical on a lease. If you're financing, you won't see an acquisition fee. So the 54,789 is just the sum of all of these numbers. So we're going to come over here to this box. This is finance. Again, this is pretty self-explanatory. I think this interest rate is like 6.9%, something like that. Just an average. So you can kind of see, again, rule of thumb, for every $10,000 you finance, it's about $200 a month. But as you can see, with a $50,000 car, it can be a little pricey. So, well, at 36 months, it can be a little pricey. At 60 months, it's gonna, follow that math of the 10,000. Every 10,000 you finance is $200. So, 10,000 is 200. 20,000 is 400. 40,000 would be 800, and then 50,000 would be right around 1,000. So we're at 54, some change. So right in line. So always remember that. And then on the leases, this is a 15,000 mile a year lease. The longer or the higher the mileage you do, that tends to make the payment smaller, and the longer the term tends to make the payment smaller. But that's not always the case. You don't see it on this one, but I've seen it where a 48-month lease is more expensive than a 36-month lease, and that's just because there's different things that factor into the lease as far as the market value at a certain period of time when the lease concludes. So, because on a lease you're basically paying down the depreciation rather than assuming the full responsibility of the car when you finance. So again, this is nothing to really be confused about. If you see it, it's really just an option if you're considering both financing or leasing, and you kind of want to see both so you don't have to have two separate pencils to look at. But this is kind of what it would look like. So nothing really out of the ordinary. It's really just the taxes and that acquisition fee that's there. So Just keep that in mind. This is a pretty brief one, pretty short video, but definitely check out some of the other understanding the numbers installments, especially the one about trade-ins. If you have any questions, drop them in the comment box. Don't forget to subscribe to the video. Don't forget to download the free copy of the book while that's available. That's going to be available through the summer for free in the iBook store. I'm trying to give away 1 million copies, get away a million downloads. So if you know anybody in the market for a car, if you're in the market for a car or will be, even if it's 6 months down the line, just go ahead and grab that. Again, this is Jarrell Flint, and I'll talk to y'all on the next one. Peace.